Hey guys, how are you going? I think we'll start the call tonight, just so we're all ready. Let's do this. Can everyone see my screen so far? Thumbs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
So guys, as you guys already know, tonight we have TGIM. It's a call that we're going to be doing every single week for the 28-day challenge. It's where we go into the topic into a little bit more detail, and it's definitely going to help you guys. Like I said earlier, if there are any questions whatsoever, just fire them away in the chat. We will definitely get to them at the end of the call. This will be recorded, so you can definitely go back and re-watch this as much as you need. I've got Shani that is in the room with me. She'll be helping me run the chat, so it definitely will make my life a lot easier. And someone is already drawing on the screen. We've got a nice little blue line to go there. I like that. But
Sorry,
as
that's
I
my
said there, guys, this is what we are going to. I'll try and mute everyone. Give me 1 second. If you guys could mute yourself, in the bottom left corner of your thing, there should be a button that says mute. Just so we don't have any background noise, that would be awesome. Perfect. But guys, as we're doing tonight, we're going to be going over recognition. Obviously, this is only day 1 of the challenge, so it's going to be a little bit hard in regards to our recognition. But every week, we're going to be sharing results throughout the challenge. Obviously, by now, you guys should have taken your before photo and weighed in and uploaded that onto Trainerize. And we're going to be doing a superstar of the week. So as there's multiple coaches, which we'll be introducing them a little bit later on, everyone has their own group for the challenge. So each week we're going to be picking a superstar, someone that not necessarily loses the most amount of weight or has the best result, but it could be the person that engages the most within the WhatsApp, or posting the most, or jumping on all the calls, and just making the challenge better throughout. And as I said there, guys, I'll be sharing my story, and the lesson that I will be discussing later is just nutrition basics and your BMR, which is how many calories that your body should be taking. So your BMR is your basic metabolic rate. So the next slide, guys, is congratulations. I'm so proud to see so many faces on this call. We've made it onto the challenge. You guys have made it here, and you guys should be proud. So I will clap it all up. You guys can clap for people who are on it. I know I can't. I'm struggling to mute. Clap, 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 clap. Awesome work. And if you guys have any questions throughout, guys, just fire them away into the chat. So guys, I thought I'd start with my story and why I decided to start coaching and helping people along their journey. So it was about 3 years ago now that I actually started. I started a local fit club on the Gold Coast, guys. And I was really overweight and I really was not liking my body. Long story short, I used to be a national swimmer, so I was in very good shape. But once I quit that, I just really let myself go. And I got to a stage where, I needed to make a change, but me being a guy, I was very stubborn and I really thought I knew that and a bit more. And long story short, I ended up actually losing 18 kilos in the first 2 months of starting. And I'm not going to tell people that happens to everyone, but I definitely took all the guidance around me and everyone, all my coaches that were helping me along that way. And through that, guys, as you can see here, we've been able to open many fit clubs and help so many people around Queensland and the Gold Coast. And it's been really, really cool to be able to touch people and give the knowledge that I had and to help other people along their journey. Because as you guys know, it's very difficult to get a result or to start a journey without having help around you. That's why these online challenges, guys, help so much. And this is actually our 3rd challenge that we have done. I'll be sharing a few results later. The results that we've had from the past challenges are pretty awesome. And you guys, the challenge works. It's really if you guys put yourself and put everything you can into the challenge, that you will get the most out of it. The information on the membership site, making sure that you're actually reading that. This is how results happen, guys. And it's about, I always tell people it's about making your day 1% better every single day, and it will amount to some really, really awesome results. So next up, I would love for some of the coaches to share. I've got Mara and Shani in the room, so I'll get them to share first, and then I'll get Kirsten, who I can see. I know she's super excited to share, so I'll bring it over to Shani first to share her result and why she started coaching.
Hi guys, how are we doing? I hope everyone's enjoying the challenge. I know I am. It's good to get down and get dirty and get some results. We're all on our journey here. I'm also on my journey. So before I started, I actually was really tired and lethargic and had no energy. I didn't know I had, well, actually, no, I was pretty self-conscious as well. I didn't really like looking in the mirror at my body. That was really hard for me. So when I started on my challenges and joining the guys, and then over a couple of months, I lost 16 kilos, which was huge. So to me, it got my self-confidence. I was bouncing off the walls and I was super excited about my results. So then I decided to join the fit clubs and help other people. And we started inviting people to challenges. And my very first customer, she had lost over 40 kilos. So I was so happy for her. That was a real mental change for her, mentally, physically, and her confidence was through the roof. So my very first customer really changed my mindset. Like I was like, wow, if I can help someone like this, imagine who else I could help, because I felt amazing myself. So speed forward, I just had a baby 10 weeks ago. She's upstairs. So now I'm on my next result. In the last 10 weeks, I've been able to put on 3.9 kilos of muscle, and I'm losing body fat. I think I've lost 3% body fat already. So super keen to keep going.
Awesome work. I will hand it over to Mara to share her.
Hi guys, Coach Mara here. So 3 years ago, this is when I started joining the Fit Club, joining challenges. I am a single parent of 2 crazy little boys, they're 6 and 7. I was working a 60-hour job, and a job I absolutely fucking hated. Oh, sorry, can't swear. Hated. I swear a lot, guys. Just warning you now. I won't swear in this call. So I absolutely hated my job. I met Jake, Bo, and the team. They changed my life. The challenges, I was in a 3-4 week challenge, just like you guys, actually. I had a really bad attitude towards it, very negative, and I was very skeptical as well. It was not until these people, my coaches, really saw the potential in me to become a better person. I started on the 4-week challenge. I actually dropped from a size 12 to a size 8, which was crazy for me because I thought I didn't have weight to lose, right? I had a lot of energy, coming from a 12-hour shift, going home, doing the gym, doing the kids on my own, was insane. I just had so much more energy at night. And I maintained that for a good year or 2. Then I went into more of a muscle growth, I should say. I wanted to actually build a booty. Everyone likes to build a booty, and that was my goal. So I set my goal to actually gain muscle and put on some extra few kilos. I put on 10 kilos of lean muscle mass. I feel super strong, I actually have an ass now. If you've ever seen my photos, I actually have a booty now. So it's just, you set a goal, guys. You can definitely achieve it when you make that decision to go hard and work hard towards that goal. It's really taught me how to eat as well. I was someone that didn't know what to eat, when to eat it. I was living on chocolate thick shakes, up and goes, or I wouldn't eat until the very end of the night and have McDonald's or KFC. So my eating habits have changed completely. I have a really good relationship with food now. I drink so much water now. So this is all because of these challenges and the coaches and the community that supported me to get the body of my dreams. So if you guys are really serious, really link into these challenges, learn and educate yourself as much as you can. It does take time, but I guarantee you, if you're 100% strong at your goals and you have a vision for what you want, definitely go hard at this. I'm so excited for you guys. Just kill it.
Awesome. And the last person that I would love to share is the lovely Kirsten. I know she's on the call and I think she's unmuted. So are you ready, Kirsten?
Yeah. Can
Yeah,
everyone-
awesome. Awesome.
Okay.
Share away.
All right. Hey, everyone. Hope everyone's going well. I know it's only been a day, but good start means good week. So let's go for it. So I'll start at the beginning. I am a dancer / performer, and as most of you would know, that plays a massive role in body image and just being fit and looking healthy. And I think the turning point for me was I wasn't getting hired because of my body type and because I just wasn't looking how they wanted me to look. So I lost a lot of work because of that, which sucked. I was also very inconsistent just with my eating habits and in my training habits as well. I wasn't really sure what I was actually meant to be doing to achieve what I wanted. And I'd done a lot of previous 28-day challenges and I would get really good results, maybe about 5 kilos lost. And then like the moment the challenge finished, that would all just disappear. So it really wasn't a success for me. Nothing really changed, like no lifestyle changes, no habit changes, until I did this one. And I was a bit skeptical of this one as well, until I actually started reading it. And the thing about this that really got me was the nutritional information and how it's fed. It's like it's a proper breakdown of everything through each day. You know, it's not like a massive pamphlet, which is what I was given most of the time when I was doing 28-day challenges. You know, you get it in different sections and it's so much easier to read and actually process. And you constantly have people actually checking up on you one-on-one. Jake was my coach. He was awesome. Constantly got DMs, making sure I was doing the right thing and making sure I wasn't just going to disappear, which is so much more helpful. In the other ones, I didn't really get that one-on-one attention, and it was actually quite negative talk between people and constantly hearing other people tell people that what they're doing is wrong. And it was just such a good vibe when I came and did the Unstoppable Squad. Like no one had anything negative to say. It was all really positive and all really helpful. And there was someone constantly watching over it, which is so much easier because, you know, doing a challenge like this, you want a massive support system. It's always key to everything. And I think that, well, the reason why I wanted to become a coach wasn't just because of my results. I did start at 61 and I'm now down to 52 kilos, so 9 kilos. But the reason why I wanted to coach is because I posted all of it on Instagram, and just the outreach from my friends and just so many people messaging me saying that they were inspired. And then I thought, you know what, I can actually change people's lives and I actually want them to experience what I experience, and, you know, not just make breaking habits and making habits, but, you know, making it an experience where you're going to actually change your lifestyle. So, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kirsten, for sharing. And thank you, Mara and Shani, for sharing. It's so awesome hearing, you know, why people start something and why they want to help other people. It's so, so cool. And I'll go on to the next slide, guys. And this is something you're probably going to hear a lot about throughout our challenge. And it's something we definitely pride ourselves on, is 80% nutrition and 20% fitness. Usually, as you pretty much heard in everyone's result or when they just shared, you know, they spoke about nutrition. And this is something that we definitely, the first week of your membership site, we're going to go into a lot of detail, because without the nutrition, guys, the result, it's going to be very difficult to be able to get the results. Now, most people get that the other way around, where they go 80% fitness and 20% nutrition. But if you don't get the nutrition, guys, it's going to be very difficult to achieve any goal that you want. And the next slide really sums it all up, guys. You know, 80% nutrition, 20% fitness. But the most important, guys, is 100% mindset. Now, if you don't have any mindset, or, you know, if your mindset's at, you know, even at like 90%, you know, it's going to make it a lot more difficult for those first two components to, you know, to be able to do them. You know, because if you don't believe that you can achieve it, guys, if you don't set a goal, you know, it's going to make it very hard. And this is something that I'm very big with all the challenges I look after, is setting a goal. Now, that means you could have a dream body, or it could be a certain number or something like that. Because the more times that you visually see that, the better chance that you actually have of achieving your results. And if you go to the next, these are some of the results that we've achieved from our previous challenges. Kirsten's on there again. Obviously, and I don't want to say that the challenge is all about losing weight. It definitely isn't. We definitely had many people that have toned up or put on weight, which is even harder, guys. And that's something that you should definitely, not stress about. But these are some of the crazy numbers from the previous 2 challenges that we've got. Combined for the last 2 challenges, we've lost over 172 kilos, guys. Now, that's pretty ridiculous when you think about it. Obviously, everyone's goals do vary. So not everyone's goal is to lose a lot of weight. But, whatever it means to you guys, that's the most important thing. It could be just to look better in the mirror, guys, to see your partner naked. I know these are things that really, really help others. And, I know a lot of people, people do laugh at those sort of things, but, it happens a lot. And, feeling comfortable in your own skin is something that we definitely preach so much. So guys, this is going to be our lesson of the week. If you don't have a notepad or something to write down, definitely get one, because this is where, this is really what's going to help you and help you move forward with that result. I hope, you've already written down, if you haven't already, tonight you should create your goal and send it to your coach. I know they would love to hear that. But these are the things that we're going to be going over, guys. Your BMR. Your BMR is your basic metabolic rate. So that's how many calories that your body needs to stay the same. So if you didn't exercise or do anything and just sat down all day, your BMR is how many calories that you need to, I think mine is roughly around the 2,000 mark. I'm a very big guy, so that, and we'll work this out after. We have a calorie counter calculator that we will send to everyone after this call so we can work it out. Your RDI, guys, so your recommended daily intake is something we'll go into more detail. And protein. Now, protein is something that I guarantee your coach and on the membership site is we go into a lot of detail. Protein is key. Protein aids in so many things, guys. Obviously, holding muscle mass. It makes you feel fuller for longer. And, obviously with protein, what people happen is when they lose a lot of weight, they usually end up losing a lot of muscle. Now, that obviously usually is not always the case, but most of the time is because they're not having enough protein in their diet. And once again, guys, on day 3, I'm pretty certain, I could be wrong, it's one of these days this week, we go into the whole day is purely based around protein. So you will know how much protein that your body needs because obviously everyone is different. As it sort of says there, guys, as a very rough tool, you want every single snack that you're eating, you want about 10 to 15 grams of protein. Now, next week's lesson will be about reading labels. So obviously start reading the labels, guys, and understanding that. And for meals, you want to be aiming between about 20 to 30 grams per meal. And as you can see there, guys, if you haven't, like Mara said earlier, drinking water, you want to be at least between 2 to 3 liters a day. This is a very rough tool. I try and tell people for every 25 kilos of your weight, you should be drinking 1 liter. And if you have a strenuous job where you're out and about or you sweat a lot, you want to be adding at least another 200 to 300 mils on top of that. So obviously the more water, the better. It's going to make you feel fuller. It's going to make your body work a lot better. And, it's a lot better than soft drink or anything out there that has a lot of sugar because obviously water is the best thing for you. And eat every 2 to 3 hours. This is something that, trying to get into the habit of. And, I was saying it in my group today, the first couple of days, guys, don't stress. You're all about learning. So the WhatsApp group is a safe place. Everyone here is to help. No one is going to judge you. No one is going to bring you down. We're all here to help each other. And that's why we love people to share what they're eating because obviously then we can help. This is a pretty general way of what you should do. Obviously everyone's schedule is different, but as you can sort of see, there you go. You at least should be getting in 5 meals a day. 6 is always optional. And obviously it's dependent if you're hungry or not, but that's a very basic, and a rule of thumb that everyone should sort of follow. And this is a full balanced meal, guys. And all this stuff we'll go over in more detail throughout, but this is something you want to sort of be as rough as you can. Now, obviously, I'm not a big fan of weighing your food or anything along those lines, but if you try and stick to this and get as close as you possibly can, you're going to win, guys. You're going to be able to help achieve the results you want because this is going to make you feel so much better. Veggies, as you can see there, 40% veg. You want lots of veg, lots of green veg, you know, mixing it up. Obviously having your protein source, carbs and fats. Yep, these are some protein snacks. I know this is probably one of the most questions everyone asks. Most people seem to have their main meals down pat, but snacking always seems to be the problem. So guys, I can send these through as well after the call if you need help. But these are some very basic things. Almonds, you know, Greek yogurt. With yogurt, be very mindful. Once again, read the label. Lots of it has a lot of sugar or fat. You know, there's obviously like peanut butter. Once again, be very mindful, read the label. But there's so many things there. Eggs, you know, protein bars, things along those lines, hummus, things like that, guys. And once again, your coach can give you all these if you need help, in extra help. So this is pretty much it, guys. This is what your BMR is. So the next slide, I'll go to a website where we will work it out, and I will be sending this to you guys afterwards. So this is sort of what you want to, and this photo here is really where a lot of people fall down in. Now, obviously, during the week when people are within that routine, they kill it. They smash it, they stay on track, they smash their eating, but then they get to the weekend. And when they get to the weekend, their routine is out of whack and they let it slip. Now, I'm not saying, you know, obviously, you know, have a cheat meal, have a little bit of wine or whatever it is for you guys, but be very mindful. It adds up very, very quickly. So as you can see there, guys, and this is just very, you know, it's a rough idea. You know, this person stuck at it through the week. They killed it. They did very well. And then the weekends, they add those little, you know, pizza, wine, beer, whatever it is. And then they're going over their calories because the weekend, it adds up, and it adds up very fast and a lot faster than you can possibly think. And this is why using MyFitnessPal definitely helps, and I'll explain that down the track, guys. So this one, guys, we're going to be working out your how many calories that your body needs. So I'll just head over here. You guys can see this. Someone shake their head. Mara, can you see that? Can you see my screen? Perfect. So guys, I will send this link after the call. So this is what we use to work out how many calories your body needs. So I am 24 years old. I am not a female. I am a male. Obviously use kilos, guys, because that's what you want to be using unless you use pounds. I am 105 centimeters. Oh, you can't see that?
No, sorry. Can I see? I thought you were talking about the...
No, you're right. You're right. Can you guys see this? Can you see my screen, the calorie counter?
Yeah.
Perfect. Sorry, I was talking to myself there. Okay, so with this, guys, and I'll be sending this link after the call to work out how many calories you need. So I'm 24 years old. Someone's writing on the screen again. I don't know who's doing that. I'm a male. You put your weight in. I'm currently 105 kilos. I am 194 centimeters. How many times a week do I exercise? I exercise 5, and then you click calculate. So as you can see here, guys, down the bottom, it's going to be giving you how many calories you need. So for me to maintain my weight and to maintain my body, I need to be having 3,000 calories a day. Now that is actually quite a lot, and that's pretty much where I sit at the moment because I am very tall. I carry a lot of muscle. I work out quite regularly. But then you've got fat loss. So if I wanted to be losing weight and I kept doing what I did, exercise every single day, I'd be wanting it between 2,500. Now extreme fat loss, I'm around 1,900. Now, one rule of thumb that I really want to make sure people don't go under, never go under 1,200 calories. Even if you're a very light person and you want to be losing weight, never. 1,200 has to be the minimum or the lowest that anybody goes to, ever. Because it's very, very dangerous when you get below 1,200 ever. You got to think about that. Once you start to understand calories more, it gets very, very scary. So never go under 1,200 ever, even if it says that's your extreme fat loss. Talk to your coach, guys, because that's definitely, and it's definitely something they can talk about and go into more detail. But I'll send this link afterwards. Does that sort of make sense? Does everyone think they'll know how to do that after the call? Can I see some heads? Yes, we all, yep, thumbs up, perfect. I'll go back to the perfect. Okay, guys, so that's pretty much everything for the week. Next week's lessons, we're going to be going into food labels, understanding MyFitnessPal, and your macro split. If none of that makes sense or you just are clueless about it, jump on next week's TGIM because we'll go into more detail, guys. So stay tuned. I hope you guys got some information from that. Once again, hopefully I've recorded this correctly so you can watch it over again if you need help. But now it's over to you guys. So I'll stop the share. Does anyone have any questions? Anything they feel like they need help with? Is everyone on track? Fire away in the chat, guys. If you guys need any clarification with what I just explained, or anything, or I'll just keep talking to myself and you guys get to listen. I know people will love that. They can smile and thumbs up, or yep, there's some smiles. I like it. I've got some people smiling. That makes me happy. But guys, please share some questions. This challenge, and it's something that I preach a lot, please don't sit on the fence. You really want to immerse yourself within the community. That's how you're going to get results. The results just don't happen overnight, guys. It's about immersing yourself, getting to know people, more ideas for protein snacks. Perfect. So I'd love some of the coaches, if you're on Zoom, to share. My go-to is YoPro or Chobani Fit. I definitely love those yogurts, almonds, eggs. You can even do some sliced ham, natural peanut butter. Like I said earlier, be mindful because most peanut butters is bad. You have to go for the El Naturel. I'll hand over to Mara so she can quickly share some of her favorite snacks.
Hi guys, so I love to bake. Hi, how are you, Esther? So my favorite snacks is, I like to bake, like I said, so I love doing, I make a chia pudding, which is, obviously you don't bake it, but it's a fridge one. So chia seeds, almond milk, oats, you can put blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. You can add some extra protein powder into that as well. Mix it all up with a tiny bit of honey, and leave it overnight in the fridge. I use that with Chobani yogurt. Really high protein snack, and it's cold because it's really hot at the moment, so that's something definitely that I love to have when it's a hot day. And it's a bit of a sweet treat too. I'm all about the sweets, guys, so if you need some like yummy sweet treats but healthy ones, message me. I could throw you out some recipes. And protein balls, muesli slices, that are quick and easy, that you can do up a whole prep, have them in the freezer, and you can pull them out as you go, and that way you've got some snacks to share for the week. Yeah. And yeah, rice crackers with like avocado, cottage cheese, and tuna. You can add like tomatoes to it. Any cucumber. You can put this all on a nice rice cracker and have them as a snack as well. So those are like my few favorites of protein snacks.
I feel like we're going to need to get Mara to go live in the group and share some of those because they sounded yum. I want the recipes for those ones. There you go. Tracy said celery with peanut butter and chicken. Yeah, guys, once again, make sure it's the all natural peanut butter because most of the other peanut butters have a lot of added extras. Gemma said, I am breastfeeding, but want to lose weight, but I've been told to add. Yes, when you were breastfeeding, obviously that has never happened for me, and I don't think it ever is going to happen for me.
Shani's breastfeeding at the moment.
Shani is breastfeeding at the moment. Unfortunately, she isn't here, but Mara hopefully would get do you have?
Shani makes booby cookies. They're like, apparently they're really good. I will ask her for the recipe. And that just, again, adds extra calories to protein, carbs, everything that you need, and it's also going to help with your milk supply. So I'll get her to do the recipe.
Perfect, Gemma. So we'll get Shani to share that in the group. I think she had to run upstairs to the bub. And I was going to say, I don't want to share information and not be fully understand because that has never happened for me. What do we got? Cottage cheese, tuna, yes. Perfect, Sue. Maver's protein, yep, that's a good one. El Naturel, yep, with apple, perfect. Peanut butter seems to be the go-to. Everyone loves peanut butter.
Don't forget rice thins.
Rice thins, yeah, perfect. Oh, thank you, Yasmin. They're very good. Obviously, with any sort of like rice thins or crackers or anything along those lines, just be mindful of how many carbs you are having. Obviously, it is a lot of carbs because it just is carbs. So obviously, just make sure if you do need clarification in regards, just always use MyFitnessPal. You can actually add MyFitnessPal to your Trainerize account so your coach can actually see how many calories you're eating per day. Now, don't get stressed about MyFitnessPal. I'm going to be going into full detail next week about that. But obviously, if you use that, it is a free app. You can download it. And it's very easy to use. And I think most people already use it. But if that sort of seems it, we've got some head shaking, some smiling faces. It was awesome talking to you. I'm super excited for. I know all the other coaches are as well. Mara's going to jump in. That's a happy dance in the background. This challenge is going to be awesome, guys. Really, really put everything you can into it. As you saw previously, guys, the results come but it's got to come from with you guys. You have to find that goal. And if you haven't set a goal, please set a goal now. Find that dream body, find that dream weight, or even if it means putting on weight or toning up. But does Mara have anything to end with?
No,
Anything?
just kill it.
Let's do it, guys. Let's smash it. Hope you guys have a great Monday night. And if you have any, what do we got? Cheese chips are great protein snacks. I have never heard of
cheese chips.
Cheese chips.
What kind of cheese chips? You have to send me the label.
I was going to say, yeah, maybe not cheese chips, but I would love to see the label and be proved wrong. But anyway, guys, have a great night. I hope you guys got lots of information, and I'll see you guys on the challenge. Thanks, everyone, for sharing, and I'll see you soon. You guys can unmute it. I'm special at this. If you guys could unmute yourself, we got waving. That will help. Have a great night. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye, guys.
Awesome. Let's smash a challenge. Perfect.